Hey everybody, welcome to 605. We're here! Yay! This instructor welcome video is going to feel a little bit different because we were just together in 580, depending on when you listened to me saying that sentence as early as like yesterday. So welcome. You know about me. My name is Bill Selleck. I'm leading you through this, right? Director of Technology at Hillbrook School. Really excited about, the next couple months. It's the big one. You guys have been working so hard. You got your proposals in. Now it's time to run the interventions. So let's do this. We've already talked a little bit, because 580 dovetails so nicely into 605. I just want to give you kind of the week by week of what you can expect. And then as always, look forward to hearing more details for each week, both in my weekly video and also in the announcements written in words typed out. So 605, you had just submitted your IRB application. So by the time you are listening to this, the IRB board is reviewing your application. It takes a couple weeks, 1 or 2 weeks. So the first week 1 and week 2 of this course, you're going to be waiting for IRB approval. Please, please, please do not start any data collection. Do not do any interventions until you have IRB approval. That's so super important. In the meantime, so like what do you do, right? You can get informed consent. You can start working on lessons, developing protocols, figuring out your baseline data, figuring out your instruments for data collection, figuring out how you're going to identify participants. We'll use numbers, we'll use pseudonyms, and you can definitely go back and work on Chapter 2, the lit review. So at this point, your lit review hopefully helped you get to this point, right? It's kind of creeping in over here. Here's what all the experts have studied around our topic. Cool, that led us to our action research question. And now that we have that, we're going to loop back and make sure the lit review is actually aligned with your action research question and your intervention. It wasn't necessarily the case, but it should be by about now. So actually going back and aligning that lit review to your action research question is going to be a lot of weeks 1 and week 2. Weeks 2 through 5 or so, you're going to do your 3 or 4 week long intervention. So you're gathering data, you're organizing data, you're doing your data analysis. That will be ongoing. You're going to really finalize chapters 1 and 2, start revising chapter 3, and all along the way, you will have weekly discussion board, kind of check-ins, journals. I recommend starting these on a Google Doc, and then you can just paste them into the weekly thing. These are due Sunday nights, midnight, the usual thing. The upside of a Google Doc is that if something ever goes wrong in Blackboard and you're like, oh, I published and it didn't show up, you still have it. And these are actually going to go in the appendices of your project. So this makes it really easy to get that. The other thing too is just having it as a Google Doc, it becomes much more easily searchable. So you're going to have those weekly reflections, weeks 1, 2, every week actually. And then the middle of the class is going to be just you're really in it, running that intervention. Towards the end, week 6 and 7, you're going to be revising chapter 3, where you actually have those sections, right? The proposal was, here's what we will do, and then chapter 3 needs to be, here's what we actually did, right? And then in week 8, you're going to submit your capstone project to Blackboard as a Word document. You're also going to submit it to the library for publishing, and you're going to have your oral presentation. So there's a great Google Slides template. Please, 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 less text, more visuals, right? With all of our groups, we're going to have at least 75 slides. Please make it interesting, compelling, memorable. And clip art and paragraphs are not memorable. Graphics are, compelling photos are that really help communicate what happened and what you learned and all those things. So on the week 8 page, if we look way ahead, there's a great Google Slides template for you. If you have any questions about that, as always, feel free to kind of reach out. And of all the courses I think that you've taken, this one is hopefully the most straightforward. Hopefully with that little overview you really understand kind of the trajectory of where the course is going, as opposed to other ones that are like, and here's an assignment, and there's an assignment, and those aren't related at all, but that's fine, right? That's typically kind of how school works. This one, it really hopefully will make a lot of sense of kind of week to week how it builds and how everything is related. So looking forward to supporting you as you go through your interventions, and happy 605, everybody.